VollGazzRacing Season 14 Division 1 round number 6 at Misano for the San Marino GP. We got a sprint on the main race today. And here we are with the most recent race winner in Nick Jumping. Did a perfect job in Kota, led from start to finish near enough, made the least amount of mistakes, and was the only person not to get a long lap penalty, and ultimately took all the rewards and did a fantastic job to finish on top of the podium. So he's got confidence, but this will be interesting to see how this round pans out. Now, this was one of the eSport challenges this was challenge number 2 actually. So anybody who did that challenge, in theory, should be quite fast. One of them was VTR, remember that, Mechavid as well. I'm not quite sure who else. So no Shea here today, so that does mean that he was very highly likely to lose his spot in second place in the championship. And I'm trying to find out who's got penalties. Reps has got a long lap penalty. Shea would have had 2. So it's just Reps isn't even here. So nobody's got long laps today. So that is great for me. Makes my life a lot easier. So where's VTR? The current championship leader by 29 points. I was going to say will increase, not guaranteed, but he's going to probably finish on the podium at worst. So through turn 1 now, this sector, well, most of the track actually, it's all about abusing the inside curves. The higher you can ride them, the better, but it is a risk of going over that green, invalidating all the front folding, because the bikes can have a bit of a mind of their own on these curbs. So maybe the first lap you just do nice and safe, don't take too much risk, like VTR is doing here, and then the second lap you fully attack it all over the curbs. And remember, it is just a 5-minute qualifying session, so you definitely want to be taking too many liberties on the opening lap when the tyres, in theory, are at their best. You know, sometimes you can, that second go round with the tyres scrubbed in can give you that better feeling. As Craig has got a long penalty there, I don't know what for, so we'll have to restart the lobby afterwards. So VTR, you sort of got to think he's going to be in pole position. I want to say he did a 26 earlier in August, but I honestly can't remember. He definitely either did like a high 26 or a low 27. But here we go, into the final corner. Up to the line. It's a 1:27.6. That is a very strong lap time. Nick 1 second off. Now we got the rest of the riders. So I'm trying to find who's next. Aaron doesn't say a lap time. Minato doesn't say a lap time. So I'm going all over the place. People not saying lap times. Mechavids goes second. Finley goes into third. And I'm really butchering this. Lewis, I think, is coming up to the line. No. Lewis will be the next one up to the line. Jack Berman is on course to inherit second place in the championship if he picks up a couple of points. Lewis goes fifth. He had a breakout race last time out in Kota. Jack up to the line. He goes into third. Quick reminder as well, the results of the sprint will be reversed to form the grid for the feature race, and that's Jack Berman's lap out. VTR's lap's gone, so that is the 2 Prima Pramac Racing Ducatis out of the session. So orange sectors for all riders but Craig and Lewis. Craig is to be starting at the back here if everybody finishes their laps. Craig's really just not on it at the moment. He had a great round 1, and since then it's sort of plateaued. But hopefully he can find something. And now Minato's gone down. That's his session over. Schmoyes is invalidated as well. Goldie's personal best sectors. Aaron goes 8th. Oh, Mekovid's been done over by Minato's AI there. Somehow he stayed on and kept the lap going, but Finley's nabbed 3rd, sorry. And now Minmon will be the last one up. No, he won't. VTR is able to get another lap in. Minmon crossed the line, he goes 9th. And it's just VTR left. He will take pole position. So he can just invalidate if he wants. Oh, but he might want to just stamp his authority and show what lap time he can do against everybody else. That's up to the white line. Through Cavone. This is a really solid 3rd sector. Does he use the inside curb? Yes, he does. Look at all the grip you get. The bike just turns. It's quite ridiculous, to be honest, but you got to use it. One more corner in the front, trying to wheelie and turn. Oh, use weight. That's the danger corner. You don't want to take too much curve there. He probably was a couple of attempts up at least. But VTR takes the pole position with his teammate Jack Bowman in 3rd, and Finley rounds out the front row in 3rd. Mekovid is 4th. Nick jumping 5th. Howling Siege in 6th. Lewis in 7th, Aaron 8th, Minmon 9th, Craig 10th, Minato 11th, and Schmoyes in 12th. And we'll restart the lobby, but we'll give people a practice start. Given Mazzano is one of the most difficult starts on the calendar. Really short run to turn 1, and it's a chicane, so it's very easy to outbrake yourself.
We're ready for action here at the Mazzano circuit. Eyes on the lights now. The San Marino Grand Prix is about to start.
Right, there we go. So now everybody's got to reload the setups, and let's see who's going to take the sprint victory. You've got to put your money on VTR. He has won every single sprint this season. But let's find out what will happen. So everybody's readied up, so let's get going.
We're ready for action here at the Misano circuit. Eyes on the lights now. The San Marino Grand Prix is about to start.
So here we go then. No reps, so reps doesn't get the whole shot this time. Will it be VTR? Will it be Jack Boone? Finley? Or will it be someone from the second row? We're off. Mekovid's got a right launch there, but VTR seems to have got away the best. But it's Mekovid round the outside into turn 1 and takes the lead of the race. But VTR gets it back at turn 2, but Meka's fine back hard. But it is VTR who leads the pack out of turn 3, heading towards turn 4. Is Mekovid going to look up the inside? No, he's not. Oh, and who's that? That was the trackhouse ability of Nick jumping, sent up the inside of Finley. And his front end's been completely swiped by Aaron or Nick jumping there. I couldn't quite see who it was. It was Aaron Jacko. Just setting up the inside into turn 5. Here comes Jack Berman up the inside of Mekovid into turn 8. Meka's gone off track. Howling's gone down as well. So we now go into turn 10. Very difficult hairpin. And the two Cassini Ducatis have come together, and that's I think that's Aaron on the inside of the circuit. And now he's going to be overtaken by Schmoes and drop down to 8th place. Onto the curb, somehow he's not gone down. Oh, Mekovid's gone down, he's gone down at turn 13. Oh, we got another crash with Craig. Craig Season's going from bad to worse. And there's Aaron and Schmoes going side by side. As they head in towards the final corner. So a very chaotic opening lap. But not for VTR, he's out in front leading. Minmon, who has survived everything, is in 7th, but he has got a long lap penalty for causing the collision with Howling. And now you got Craig at the back. Will be pole position for the next race though. But it's just not going his way so far. Meanwhile, out front, VTR leads by 0.8 of a second over his teammate. And Finley is all over the back of Nick jumping. Can he find a way past his satellite compatriot? No, it's not compatriot, but... No, you'd say, but he's... He runs the factory for Nick jumps on the satellite trackhouse. And there we go, he's through. Nick jumping just left a couple of yards of space at the apex. Finley said thank you very much and took the place. So the grid, so the top 3 is the same as the grid order. Or is it? Nick jumping sends up the inside of turn 13, has made it stick. But on the cutback, Finley's just got a better exit. Oh, Nick jumping's lost the front and he's gone down. That was sort of in the stars really, just from going into turn 13 really hot. The front end was really unsettling, the contact with Finley into 14, and that front end just couldn't quite hold it. Meanwhile, we got a right battle going on for 7th, 8th and 9th. Here's Lewis and Nick jumping now fighting for the final 2 points paying positions, and that's a really good game. That chicane nicely done there. And now look at Nick jumping. He's trying to find a way through on Lewis. He's going to send up the inside into turn 4. He's going to run wide and the KTM's going to come straight back. And Nick's going to try at turn 5. Get the exit through turn 6 and onto the straight. But oh, and he's lost the front using too much inside curb. Very easily done. And now Minato's closing in on the back of Minmon. Oh, and Minmon just sort of not... I don't think he saw Minato on his inside there and just Turn to his path and actually aided Minato past him in a weird way. Jack Berman trail limits warning, so he's got to be careful. And now Lewis is looking to find a way past Minmont. Into Cavone. Oh, that's a lot of inside curve for Minmont. At the front end tucked a little bit, but he's held it together. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He's gone straight on. He's held on to it though. He's done a Jack Miller. So good stuff by Minmont. Unfortunately, that does mean he's now down to 11th position. Craig, meanwhile, still in 10th place. Still at the back. He's got to go running Howling Siege here. Can he find a way through into turn 1 maybe? He's going to go no way round the outside at turn 1, but it goes to the inside of turn 2. Howling leaves him the space. And Craig is through. Nice move there by the former runner-up. Into turn 4. Oh, that was that wide. That's Mekovid wide. The gap at the front's just stretching and stretching and stretching. Well, that isn't stretching and is really closing in. Minato and Schmoys. A bit of lag. Which I think is my end actually. And much I've missed that, but I'm guessing Schmoy's just round wide and Minato said thank you. Now, 9th gap Darren Jacko. Can Minato move into 4th place? Through the penultimate corner, VTR out in front by 2 seconds from his teammate Jack Berman. And then his brother Finley in 3rd. The 2 Berman brothers, 2nd and 3rd. Oh, Minmont's gone down at the final corner, probably taking too much inside cover. Aaron Jacko is reinventing the racing line. And that's going to give Minato a good chance at overtaking the Trackhouse Aprilia rider, who unfortunately why the light's going on now, but Minato's looking up the inside at turn 4, but he's not run wide actually, he's held it tight as they go into turn 5 and 6. And the Frenchman is through into 4th place, but he's at the outside curve. Now he comes Aaron down the back straight. Got the inside line for turn 8. He's looking up the inside. He's gone through, but he's run wide. The rear's locked. And now he might even drop to 6th round. Schmoys, yes he does. That's the price you pay when you're in slipstream and you're just in a little bit different part of the track. The rear is just so easily go sideways and lock up. Oh, but Schmoys has gone in hot probably from the front tyre wear now beginning to set in. Actually, no, his front tyre was actually quite decent. Oh, no, there's no way Aaron makes... No. He drops the position before even telling to. When the game told us to drop a position. So here we go, Aaron into the final corner. That's somehow worked. I generally have no idea how he managed to stay on there, because he's right on the inside of the curve and the front end stuck. But we move on to the penultimate lap of the race. A bit of a stoppie and the rear snaps, but he's holding it together. He has got a long lap penalty. So Lewis is now close to the back of Howling Siege. So Howling back after a bit of a break. Running wide, and here comes Lewis. He's going to get the cut back. Or not. Or is he still? Yes, he is. Side by side between the two, down the back straight again. Going towards turn 8. Can Lewis do a better job than Aaron did? It's a block pass. And he's got it done. And Aaron's still holding off Schmoys. So far, I think the front 4 are set if they just don't make any mistakes. And look at the exit Mecha got out of turn 10 up towards Cavone. So we could have a 3-way scrap for top 5. Oh, Minato's now picked up a long lap penalty. So lots of warnings going out here as Mekovic all over the back there of Schmoys. Oh, Minmon's gone down again. So we start the final lap. VTR's already at turn 3, but here comes Mekovic. Can he find a way past Schmoys on this final lap to take 6th place and actually maybe 5th place, or maybe even 4th, depending on what happens with these long laps. But Lewis is closing in as well, so they've got to be careful. Minato might just be safe if he takes the long lap penalty and nails it. Oh, Minmon's gone down again. So Schmoys, all these riders now going down the straight. Hard braking into turn 8. Rear sideways for the Austrian. Now I'm expecting Aaron and Minato to peel down the long lap penalty loop. And as he does, is Minato there? Yes, he is. He emerges just in front of Schmoys. This is going to be one hell of a drag up to the line, but I think everybody's far enough away from each other not to worry. Unless they make an error, but Mecca's closing, he's closing, he's closing. Oh, he's at the back of Schmoys. Oh, he's again, he's somehow not gone down. But I'm going to miss it. VTR crosses the line to take victory. Jack Berman's going to take 2nd. Finley's 3rd, but who's going to win the battle for 4th place? And it's going to be Minato just. Schmoys and Mecca to run to the line. I didn't quite see who won that. I think it might have been a dead heat, actually. Craig finishes 10th. Nick jumping 11th, and Minmon will round out the field in 12th. Dramatic ending to the sprint race there. Minmon's just rounding out the... Is he just going to finish? Oh, he didn't finish. So, VTR takes victory. Jack Berman 2nd, Finley in 3rd. Minato takes 4th. Minato with a strong fastest lap there. Mekovic 5th, Schmoys 6th, Lewis 7th. Powling takes the final point in 8th. Aaron 9th, Craig 10th, Nick jumping 11th, and Minmon in 12th. So Minmon will start the race from pole position. And now I have to do the grids again in reverse order. Right, so Minmon, where are you? There we go, looks right. Right, let's get the final race underway. So just waiting for the last few people to ready up. Right, let's get the final race underway.
We're ready for action here at the Misano circuit.
So Minmon starts from pole position ahead of last week's winner Nick Jumping, and Craig in third. That's a really weird saying, thinking that he finished 10th in the sprint. The lights are on. And we're off. And it's a good launch for everyone on the front row heading into turn 1. And Minmon holds the lead as they go into the chicane. And there's a massive... Oh, and Lewis has gone down. There's going to be one person goes down. And Craig takes the lead. Oh, Mekovid's gone down as well. Who's on the inside of the inside curve? Schmoyzer looks like. Causing absolute chaos. Oh, my lord. How all those riders have stayed on at turn 4, I don't know. Minmon trying to retake the lead from Craig. He's ended up on the grass. Now he's dropped down to third. But Minato, the big profit, taking the biggest amount of profit at the start, going from 9th to 2nd. Maybe even the lead here into turn 8. He rubs up the inside of Craig. And BFL Minato takes the lead of the race for the first time. Minato, who was robbed of a chance of victory at Portimao, might just stand a chance at winning this race. Ooh. And that's one of the Grassini bikes where that might be Minmon. So where is our championship leader? VTR is in the 6th place, going up the inside of Minmon, who's just been sent on the curb, and there's Howling Siege going out of VTR's way as well nicely. And VTR looking up the inside. Oh my god. How VTR has just managed to stay on there, hitting all those bikes, I have no idea. And look at all this carnage, but what? Who was that? That was Aaron getting feisty with Howling there. And look at it. Oh, and who's lost the front? That's Nick Jumping. And Jack Bowen out on the grass. Into turn 1. But only the second time. There's lots of content everywhere. People are just standing up the inside with no sort of care in the world for people. Just, they see a gap, they're going to take it. So out front, it's Minato and Craig. VTR going to be closing in on the pair of these two. I don't have to say with these two, but of these two. But anyway, 6 attempts between Craig and VTR. Couple of times. Whoa! Craig it hits the back of Minato, and that forces his way underneath into the lead. No, he doesn't. Minato's holding it out into Cavone. It's all in line. And just hold the breath because it's so easy to make an error. As Craig's looking up the inside of Minato into turn 14. He's gone through and retakes the lead of the race. Oh no, Minato's gone down, making contact with Craig, and somehow the Strecken bike has not collected anybody. Minato's just been a bit too eager to get past. Oh, and who's that? Someone's just... Yeah, Minato's gone in frustration. Well, how VTR didn't go down, I have no idea. Meanwhile, we've got this group that is just giving it everything. No inches, no quarters given. So Howling Siege on course to take his first podium in quite a while. I want to say he took a podium some point last season, but I can't quite remember. Oh, he did in Division 2. I can't remember his last podium in Division 1. Been quite a while though. And Jack Berman now looking to find a way through. Around the outside of Schmoy's at turn 10. send him wide, cut on the inside. There we go, and Jack's now into 4th place. And now he can set his sights on Howling in front of him. The VTR closing in on Craig. Closing 3/10 this lap. Maybe even more. There we go, nothing between these two now. Where's VTR going to make the move? VTR takes the fastest lap. He's got the pace advantage. He can take his time. He's got no worry from behind. He just needs to let it happen. He doesn't need to force it. But he looks like he's trying to force it. As we go into turn 4, the bike's skating everywhere. But he's got 14 laps. 14 laps in this race. We're already on lap 4, so he's got 11 laps to find a way past Craig. He does not need to rush it, but he's looking at every way to get past. And look, there he goes. He goes wide, just being a bit too eager to find a way through. And now he's got to do all the work all over again. Meanwhile, Jack has not dropped Schmoyes to my surprise. But he is now closing in on Howling, so Howling's got some work on now. Now Howling is quite... Oh, and Aaron's gone down at turn 13. Howling is quite difficult to pass if he's feeling it on the brakes, because that's where he considers his strength is. It is very hard to pass because he brakes the latest you can imagine. He's completely sideways. Might not be the most efficient way of braking, but it's effective sometimes. But Jack has got the inside line for turn 1, but now for turn 2. He hasn't. He's going to get the run for turn 3. Is he going round the outside? It looks like he has, but Howling's got the inside line, and he fends him off. Now into turn 4. Howling's round a bit deep, but Jack might have as well. So Jack now is just going to work, sit the bike up, get a good exit. He's at the back of Howling, and now Schmoyes is going to have to run on the pair of them. Into turn 8. Schmoyes looking up the inside, but he can't quite find a way through. And Howling a bit wide, but he's just getting the better exit. And now onto the brakes. Send the bike up, trying to limit the force of the tyre. Schmoyes sends up the inside of Jack, and he just makes a tiny bit of contact in the front folds from the weight. And now VTR's on the back of Craig once again. Let's see if he learns his lesson from last time. He was on the back, and and Jack's made a mistake there. Big mistake by Jack Berman, and that's cost him about half a second or more, and he's picked up a long lap penalty in the process. But let's see if VTR has learned his lesson and just takes his time. Let the opportunity present itself, don't just force it. You'll know where he's faster than Craig. It does seem like it's mainly in the back end of the circuit, so maybe look at a turn 14 move. He doesn't need to just let it. He just doesn't need to force it. He's got plenty of time on his side. He's got 9 laps. Why take a risk at this stage? 3.5 second lead to Howling. The pair of them are faster than Howling. That was a bit of lag. Here we go into turn 8. We have to set up the bike, getting a bit caught in the draft there. And now we're heading to the part of the track where VTR is a lot stronger than Craig. Down the straight, heading towards the Caverna, you can see him closing in the slipstream. But Craig just taking Caverna a little bit better there. But you can see where VTR is able to just run a little bit more speed into these corners. Oh, and Craig's wide, that's VTR's chance. And VTR just pick up a track limits warning. They're on 3 apiece. Oh, Jack Berman's gone down at turn 15. And now it means the other Berman brother is going to get a chance at fighting for the podium. He hasn't had a podium this season because he keeps getting taken out, apart from last round in Dakota. So I'm sure they would love to return to the Grand Prix podium. But all eyes are on the front here between these two. These two have battled so many times over the past 4 or 5 seasons. They know each other inside out, they know their strengths, they know their weaknesses. Which is probably why it's so difficult for VTL to find a way past Craig and vice versa, it's the other way around. VTL again on the outside curb again, running wide at turn 8. So that seems to be that's 3 times on the bounce now. VTL's been on the back of Craig and just ran that bit wide. Can he find a way through at turn 9 and 10? No, he nearly did. But he was just a bit too far back. So maybe that could be, if he can get turn 8 right next time round, that could be a place. But I think if VTL can just hit the inside curve at turn 14 perfectly, that might be where he finds his way past. And Craig forces him to go the long way round. At turn 13, and here we go. Turn 14 is looking up the inside. Use all the inside curb. Well, Craig's got the inside for 15. Surely not into 16, that's a bit of a risk. Oh, but Craig's run wide, here we go, here comes the opportunity. VTL goes side by side. He's in front, but Craig's going to try and outbrake the Pram Outrider, which he does, and Craig holds on to the lead of the race. Can VTL maybe force a way through at turn 4? He's got the drive, he's used the inside curb. He sends it on the brakes. And he's blocked past his way through on Craig. Now let's see, can Craig respond into turn 8? He needs to get a good drive out here. Oh, he's gone the wrong part of the curb. And that might be it. And now Craig this time runs wide at turn 8. Then I think that is sealed for VTL. He just doesn't need to make a mistake in this next sector. And I think he's got himself into the lead of the race securely. Meanwhile, we've got a race on our hands here for the podium between Howling, Finley and Lewis. Lewis yet to finish on the podium, as Finley just picked up a long lap penalty. He has as well. So Howling seems to keep getting a bit of luck here. He gets a ride that closes in on him and then gets a long lap penalty or crashes. So you can't doubt Howling, you can't knock him off. Oh, Finley's lost the front at turn 15. Oh, what a shame, but now that releases Lewis. So, can the rider who took his best finish, he had a breakout ride in Kota last week and he finished I think he finished in the top 5. Can he take his first podium? But Howling's a very hungry man, and when he gets the chance of a podium, it's very rare he gives it up very easily. If you pass him, he will pass you the first moment he can. Even if it's not on, he'll probably still send it anyway. But he's just riding just right so far. He's not made too many mistakes from what I've seen of him. He's just doing everything okay. He's not exaggerating anything. He knows his limit. He knows his pace. But can Lewis find a way past the Dutchman? And VTR in one lap has pulled out 1.8 seconds. So I think that just sort of... Oh, and that's a mistake there by Howling. He lost the front through Cavone. And those are just the moments you don't need, because that Lewis sees that mistake and Howling might just be a little bit clamped up, and the next time he goes through Cavone, and maybe for the next few corners just losing that bit of confidence in the front end. As they start lap number 10, 5 laps remaining. VTR has got this one sewn up. He's got such a pace advantage. And the one rider who did have his pace, unfortunately, has left the race. So it's unfortunate, but VTL's going to take in yet another victory, it seems, and extend his championship lead by quite a margin. He might be to the point where he might be able to win it next time round. That might be a bit exaggeration, but that does seem what it feels like. But now Howling Siege, he might have lost a bit of confidence from that moment in Cavone, and Lewis is now all over him. Lewis is going to send up the inside into turn 8. And it's a lovely block pass. But now here comes Howling, he's going to get the run into turn 9 and 10. I said he'll send it if he can. Oh, he just can't quite find a way through, but he's going to use the slipstream. Will he send it into Cavone? He's got the run. He's got the inside line. But he backs off. Whoa, he's at the back of Lewis there. But Lewis has picked up a long lap penalty. So, Howling is just going to sit on the back of Lewis, and when he takes his long lap penalty, he's got to then... You'll then re-inherit third place. So the battle for third is not over yet. As Finley, where's he now? He's with Schmoyes. Fine out for 7th place. Whoa, and I thought Finley was going to go down there. Howland's going to be careful himself, he doesn't pick up a long lap penalty. Finley around the outside of Schmoyes into turn 1, no way. And into turn 2. Whoa, my word. So that people aren't learning, they're crashing my contact and they're just not learning, so it's not looking good. Right, we'll keep an eye on the gap between Lewis and Howling. Will Lewis take his penalty? I think Lewis will leave it for as late as he can. Because I think he's realised he's got quite a bit of a gap over Howling in just one lap. So the gap between Minato and there wasn't Finley. I can't remember who it was. Might have been Howling at... No, it wasn't. It was 5th. Oh, Craig's picked up a long lap penalty. Oh, Schmoyes. So... No, it's Mecca. So the gap between Mecca and Minato was 1.8 seconds. So that's about roughly what you... 1.8... So basically around about 2 seconds you lose doing the long lap penalty. So, Lewis needs to gain another 9 tenths as Finley uses the grass. You do not want to be doing that. So, 3 to go. VTR. 3.6 in... Oh, Nick Jumping's lost the front at turn 1 or 2. So he now runs in 6th. But he's got Finley up his inside, so he might drop to 7th. There we go, Finley's up the inside. And it's going to tough it round. Oh my word. I don't know what VTR has now picked up a long lap penalty. So everybody, apart from Howling Siege, has got a long lap penalty in this race. Does Lewis take it this lap round? Yes, he does. Let's keep an eye. Oh, he's failed it. He's failed it. He's switched inside green there. So Howling Siege has been given a lifeline. If Howling can just keep it inside the white line for the next 2.5 laps, he will be in 3rd place. That aged brilliantly. So now Howling's got to do his so every rider's picked up a long lap penalty, but if Howling does his long lap penalty, he will still be in 3rd place because Jack Berman, he failed his long lap penalty, so he's got 3 seconds. Lewis has got to do his again. So all bets are on for 3rd place now between Howling, Lewis and Jack Berman as they start the penultimate lap of this race. It looks like Howling uses the ride-out device coming out turn 3. That is quite odd. I don't quite know why you'd use it there, because you're always on the side. There's no point where you're directly up straight. But obviously he knows what he's doing. He's got his own methods. And he's run a bit hot into turn 8. Now he's gonna go all the way to the left. Whoa, that was almost a disaster. And Howling has completed the long lap. So Howling just being very cautious in taking the... no, Lewis wasn't taking the... Well, was he taking Cavoni with the rider advice on? But anyway, with Lewis being... With Howling being quite cautious on the entry of the long lap penalty, that now means Lewis is under attack from Jack Berman as we're about to start the final lap of the race. Well, we have started the final lap race now, but these guys are just about to start it now. And he's still got to be careful with warnings, because if they're not careful, they'll be getting another long lap penalty. So Howling Siege 2 seconds back from Jack Berman. That will mean he will finish in third, assuming Lewis did actually fail it. But heightened drama as on this final lap. Craig has failed to do his long lap penalty. We'll see if VTR has done it or not. I'm not quite sure. But all eyes are fixated on this battle for third place. Down the straight through turn 7, and now onto the brakes to turn it using the outside curb. Right, does Lewis take this now? He does not, so he must have either done it or he's just accepting to not do it. And he's hoping he's got a big enough gap over Howling, which he does. He does at this point, to be fair. He's got a 2.8 second, 2.9 second. It's going to be really tight towards the line. Oh, and he's got one more warning in the bank, though. He's really got to be careful. But VTR, round of applause. A 5+ second win from the back of the grid. VTR has won yet again. Craig back on the box in second. Now the question is, who is going to take third place? I think it's going to be Howling Siege. Or is it? I don't know. It's going to be Howling, why are you wheeling? Well, Howling's just giving up third place. Just because he did a wheelie. Unbelievable. When he knows that, he'll be kicking himself. When he realises that, I bet he'll kick himself, because... Why are you just... Oh... He wanted under matter. That's luckily gone in his favour. So VTR takes victory. Craig second. Lewis takes the debut podium in third. Howling in fourth. Jack Berman fifth. Nick Jumping sixth. Mekovic seventh. Schmoyes eighth. Finley ninth. And Minron rounds out the top 10. So we'll swiftly move on to the interviews. So first up will be Craig, since Lewis is not in the party.
Hello.
So Craig, you've had a bit of a mare in the past couple of rounds, and the sprint was quite disastrous, but you've benefited from the reverse grid and you're back on the podium in second place. You led for the majority of the first half of the race. What's it like being back in second place?
It's nice being back on the podium. I knew Vitar were going to get me at some point. I think I was holding him up, or he was making a few little mistakes. Obviously the sprint didn't go too well. I got bumped about a little bit, but then crashed from my own faults, just being on the curb and the bike just folded. But yeah, in the main race, it was nice to be at the front for a bit until I saw Vitar and P3 behind me, I think after the first few laps, and then from there I just wanted to stay at the front as much as I could, and I did pray, well, in my head, that Vitar was hopefully going to make a mistake or pushing too much to get past me. He was going to crash. It'd be nice obviously to get a win this season. If I don't, then you know it's unfortunate, but it's very nice to be back on the podium. I did try and hold up as much as I could, but throughout the race the front tyre just kept heating up too much, and some corners I just kept running so deep. I'm happy with my pace. I only started practicing for about an hour before the race. Maybe if I practice a bit more, I'll be able to fight for the podiums more often. But I'm just happy with P2. Obviously, it takes points away from closing in on Jack. I think I jump back above Nick in the standings, and I just this season. For the remaining races, I just want to be here to get as much points as possible, even if it's just the top 5s, and maintain a decent seat for next season. That's if I do race, because you know, when you don't have decent results, it's just like you can't be bothered to race. But you know, we'll see how next season approaches and what happens. But yeah, no, I'm happy with P2 and well done to VTR and Lewis.
Yeah, so well done. I'm not quite sure if you've managed to get into third in the championship, but we'll find out hopefully in a short while. So now on to our race victor, VTR. So VTR pole position, fastest lap in the sprint, fastest lap in the race, and double victory. But one thing I want to know is, were you a bit impatient, let's say, to try and pass Craig? Because from what I was seeing, you got to the back of him and it seemed like you were trying to pass him in the first corner possible, and that might have sent you a bit wide. But apart from that, it seemed like a pretty perfect round altogether.
Yeah. Firstly, I'm happy with this round, and it's another time I've done the treble, pole position, sprint win, and main race win, which it seems to be quite a common trend. I mean, obviously you got people winning races now. In the single weekends, I'm actually seeming to struggle a bit more, and in the sprint weekend, it's actually where I'm just doing really, really well. So I'm excited about that. I'm happy. So yeah, another 2 wins on the board. Yeah, today was a close race. I enjoyed it a lot. This is probably my favourite track on this game at the moment. It's definitely in the top 3, that's for sure, but one of my favourite, and my pace shows it. And yeah, I just really enjoy this track. It's somewhere I go really strong around, and yeah, my advantage was good today, and that helped me get through the field. With Craig, it wasn't really a matter of desperately trying to get past him. It was just a mismatch of braking zones. My braking, I was just braking later than him. I was just braking slightly before where I'd usually brake, but it was still almost hitting the back of Craig, which, and then after a couple of laps you could see I was adjusting to his braking zones, trying not to hit him, trying to race as clean as possible with him. We've had battles over the years, very close ones, and our battles, they're good. But unfortunately, he didn't have quite the pace today, and once I matched him on the braking zones, I could just ease past him after a few laps. But yeah, no, he did well today to get P2, so congratulations to him. Howland was so close to the podium, and he actually had pretty good pace in the practice today, so I think he'd be frustrated that he could have got the podium, but unfortunately didn't. And well done to Lewis on his debut podium in Volga. So yeah, congratulations to him. And unlucky on the ones who crashed today, and better luck next week for lovely Indianapolis, which I know everyone is really looking forward to. I know I am.
Yeah, so well done. Championship extended. I will be looking forward to seeing what your advantage is now, because I've got in my mind that you might have an outside chance of actually wrapping it up next week.
I think, because it's a single weekend, maybe not.
Well, yeah, but we'll...
But Phillip Island, round 8, there's a very good chance.
Because I'm trying to think, there'll be possible
8 points,
70 points,
today.
70 points available after this. So
yeah, the gap back to Jack now will be 39.
Yeah, I don't think it won't be possible.
So yeah, 1 point short of it being possible. Or just over 1.
Yeah, so that's been it for round number 6. We'll be with you for round 7 next week. Goodbye.